little bit of the background, what we've been doing the past few months, the past few quarters. So every time we had this workshop, what we used to do is we used to show you the different features and different parts of the software and how you can utilize it within your business and within your work. And it always has been in the lens or in the perspective of the account owner or the business owner. So you have this feature of AI that you can utilize within your business, or you have this email marketing that you can utilize within your business. And recently, I just figured out we've been missing out on the most important part of any business is the employees, the people who actually work for the business. Now, if they get access to the system, what do they need to do? I mean, yeah, okay, they have their bosses and they have their managers and they have their persons, their reporting managers or reporting persons who can tell them on what needs to be done, be it sales call or be it sales email, or it could be catching up on conversations or sending out documents, whatever that might be. But how do they actually do it? Or what do they do? What is that journey like? So that is something I wanted to go over about today. Does that seem something that you guys would be interested in? All right. So whenever you grant access to any of your team member, these are the emails that they will receive. So this was the first email that they will receive from OPM Tools. Welcome to OverPower Marketing. Dear, your name. So for me, it would be Mustafa. We are thrilled to have you to join our platform. Your account is ready. Activate your account by clicking on the button below. I just simply click over here and it takes me to a login page. Now, it's not exactly a login page. It's a page where you set up your own password. So it took me to a page where I was supposed to enter a password, confirm that password, and save it. As soon as I saved it, it sent me to the login page. With that email and with that password, I was able to log in, but not before the system sending me a verification code. So as soon as I entered my email and my password, I clicked on login. It sent me a request on my email to enter a security code. As soon as I entered the security code, this is where I landed on the dashboard within my SIV account or within my account. So this is the first step towards getting into my account. Now, once I'm in the account, if I'm a fresh employee, I don't know what to do. These are the steps that I would need to take in order to just get myself set up properly. So the first thing I'll need to do is go to the settings. And within my settings, I have a plethora of different options, but the only option that matters to me would be my profile. Why? Because at this point, I'm assuming that all the other work or all the setup of the account itself has been completed by OPM Tools, or it has been done by that business owner, my manager, anyone who is above me has already completed this. So I'm just going to give it a time. It doesn't yet. The software in Google Meet doesn't like to be open at the same time. Perfect. So this is the page that will open up for all your employees, as it did for me as well. I added my image. Your image is not needed, but I like to add my image. And it has compressed my image like this. So I have my first name, my last name, my email address. I can add my phone number if I want to. And then from there on starts the actual setting up of the profile. The first thing I need to do is I need to connect my Gmail with this account. The reason why I need to do that is because if I'm working as an employee, I'll be responding to emails, I'll be responding to text messages, I'll be responding to the conversations. And I want the system to notify me wherever there is an email coming to the company so I can view it, or when the system wants to send me a notification about my existing task, or if something else has happened, I want to be connected with this system. So I'm going to click on connect, and and it will open up a pop-up window for me where I will select my Google account, continue. I don't think that you guys might be able to see this, but if you can, that's great. If you can't, give me a second. I'm just selecting all the checkboxes to connect my Google. Now my email has been connected to this particular software. The next thing I need to do is, or I can do is, I can connect calendars. So I can connect my Google Calendar. The reason I'm connecting my calendar over here is that whenever there's an appointment in which I'm supposed to be a part of, it will check according to my personal, private, or other professional calendars to check whether I do have the time slots which are showing as open or not. So if I'm in that particular role, this would be really helpful for me. But this is something that I would suggest everyone to do, regardless of whether they have that online appointment thingy or not, as you don't know what might happen in the future. Perfect. This has been linked up. Now I would add I need to add my Google Meet location. First, I'll select my calendar. Okay, within this sub account, it has been made for a landscaper. So I'm just going, so these calendars were already made. Again, if I'm working with someone, I'm expecting the calendars already to be pre-made so that I can just go in and select my way through. So I'm going to do schedule an appointment. Perfect. I can enable my signature from here. I can say something like Mustafa Shahid or regards. Shahid, not your average landscaper. Something to play with. Update profile, perfect. I can change my timings if I want to, but the timings I would say are good. I mean, it needs to be selected. So I'll just do that as well. So that would be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Perfect, and copy it. So when I click on this button, it copies to everyone or all the days. I can add a Saturday or Sunday. I can add different time slots as well. So for example, if I'm also available from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. 12 a.m. Obviously, that's not going to be the case, but it could be something like 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then I might have a lunch break. So for example, this would be 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. lunch break, and then I have my after that would be 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. Perfect. So it could be something like that as well, or I can change it out according to the way I want to. And then I can update my availability, and that's done as well. All right, so the major things are done. I'm already set up. Now, what's next? So when I thought if I was an employee of some business, what would my usual days or usual task would be like? The first thing I need to do is I might be involved in adding contacts to the system. So these are some pre-filled default contact data. But if I want to add something, I'll need to click on this. All right, that was a little bit too fast. Sorry for that. I will go to the contact page. And within these options that I have, I can hover around them just to understand what things can be done. But the option I'm looking for is the one which has a downside arrow pointing, which says import contacts. As I click on that, I can select the contacts, and then I'll move this away so I can click on next. Then I need to upload a file. I'm going to search for a file on my desktop. Supposed to be on the desktop. Downloads. Nope. Desktop. Yep, here it is. 200 sample contents. And it has that added. And I'm going to click on next. I'm going to check whether the names within the Excel file or the CSV file are mapped within the software or not. So the first name is mapped, the last name is mapped, emails are mapped, phones are mapped, and tags are mapped as well. And then once that has been done, I can just click on next. Now I can create a smart list. The smart list is something that I can keep it only for myself, and I don't want to share it with other people. I can do that. So I can create a smart list. By the name would be Mustafa's personal contacts. I can add imported contacts to a workflow if I have created workflows, which I haven't in this particular sub account since it's a fresh sub account, but I'll show you that in a separate sub account in today's workshop. And I can add a tag as well. So when you're adding tags, you have like a plethora of different tags. You can create any tag you want, but I would like, if I'm working on something, I would like to add my personal name or my first name at least. So something like Mustafa, and then just click over here and create it. So when the system has, let's say, thousands of contacts, I can just search Mustafa and I'll get all the contacts which were made by me or which were added by me, and then I can work on them, whether or not they're assigned to me. So that's one way to go about it. And then I think all things are done. Hide. I click on this chatbots and I click on start bulk import. Then just to see where that action is happening, I can go to the bulk actions and see that it is processing 47%. I can click on show stats and it will show me all the ones that have been made, success and errors. If there are a lot of errors or even one error, since all my data is really important, I can go over here and check where these errors are. And it says that it could not read the phone number. That's a major error. And then that would enable me to understand, okay, I need to go back into the CSV file and change these things out. So close on that, click on show stats, and it's still at 47%. It will take some time. Okay, that would be one thing. Let's go into the conversations. So that is the way how we will be adding contacts. And within conversation, do we have any conversations? No, we don't. That is, now we are within the main sub account, the one we actually use. And we have like different workflows and everything, but I'm still going to pretend as if I'm just an employee over here and I need to work. So I go within the contacts, take me to the contacts page. Perfect. And it's not usually this slow. It's when I'm also on a Google Meet call and I'm sharing the screen. That's why it takes much time. But if it's actually slow on your end, control F5 at least once or twice and it would work properly, hopefully. Then what the next things that I can do is, let's see, I can click on a few of these contacts. Maybe I want to call them, maybe I want to email them, but for this particular example, I just want to call them. And I want to create a power dialer for myself to see, not to see, but to actually work, since I'm at the office and I need to make sure that my time is beneficial to the company. So one thing that people use this software is for the sales calls. Why? It's not just because of the call-in feature, it's because what the call-in feature allows further things to do. So if the call ends well or doesn't end well, what are the different things I can do with it? So for example, I just select a few numbers from here and I'm going to search if there's Oren over here, because that would be really good. Yep, we do have Oren. Perfect. Then I don't need anyone else. Oren Powell. Yep. Do we have any other Powells? We have Jeff, not Jeff, Jeff. Cohen's number has not been added. Oh, here it is. I'll add this one, and this one as well. And this one as well. All right, so I've selected 4 contacts. Now, what do I do from here? After I've selected my desired contacts, it could be either by the name search, it could be just by the search of a filter. So for example, just now I told you I added a tag when I'm importing the contacts by the name of Mustafa. I can just click over here in the filters and search for Mustafa. Since it's not a tag in this particular sub account, I'll just choose anything random. So let's say Bisconnect. I'm going to click on apply and cancel this out. And it will show all the contacts that has the Bisconnect tag added to that. So remove that. For now, I need to just show you the power dialer. Powell. I'm going to select the people that I can safely call, and they do have a phone number attached as well. So that would be Oren, Cohen, and Cohen. Once again. And Cohen, if you get a call, just ignore it. Perfect. And then I'm going to do is click on which icon was that? Yep, this one. This little play icon, it used to be a robot icon. Now it's a play icon. It will add it to an automation. Now, again, since I'm an employee and not an employer or not a manager, I'm assuming or pretending that this automation, the automation I need to add this to, already exists. Perfect. Add to power dialer for testing. I'm going to select the workflow with power dialer for testing. This is just the one I recently created. And I can add them all at once. I can add them at a scheduled time. So for example, I'm on a Friday and I'm trying to prepare myself for the work that I'll be working on Monday. So I can just click over here, select a time and date. So for example, today is Tuesday. I'm going to do it for Monday. And I had to confirm it. Sorry. Confirm, and then I can just add to automation and it will be added to the automation on Monday, if that's the way I want to go about it. I can even add it in drip mode. The reason I might add it in drip mode is if my capacity to call or to make and handle calls on a daily basis is 100 or 150 calls, but the contacts that I'm adding are more than that. So for example, let's say it's 500 contacts or 1,000 contacts, and I don't want my task list to be bombarded with all these numbers that needs to be called. I can add them in a drip mode. What that means is I select the time and date. That way it would be 16, for example. The batch quantity is what I am prepared to handle. That would be, let's say, 150. Repeat after 1 day, and do not do it for Saturdays and Sundays. And I can then click on add to automation, and it will just be add in 150 contacts into my power dialer list every day of the week. But over here, since it's just 4, I'm going to just send them all at once. So I'm just going to click over here, add to automation. And yeah, I'm just going to dismiss that. Now within my sub account, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do? Where do I find that power dialer? I'm going to go to conversations. Then the next thing I need to do is I need to search for that workflow. If now within the workflows that we have created for different accounts or for different businesses, they have their assigned people. So assign it to Mustafa and add to Power Dialer. That way, I don't need to search the workflow to find the workflow in which I just added the contacts. I can just select the assignee. But I didn't do it that way. I just made a workflow, but I did not assign it to myself right now. So I'm going to search for it. Power Dialer for testing. And here it shows all the 4 people that I need to call. Now, again, if I'm working as someone's subordinate, as an employee of the business, I'm assuming or pretending that these contacts would have been assigned to me. So if that would be the case, I just go select assignee, select my name, and it would pop up all the people that are assigned to me and within my power dialer. Now, what to do next? Let's start. It will take me to the conversation page from the first person, and that's what it will start from. It will start calling that person. As you can see, this person has been called. Now, within over here, I can just click on end call because I don't want to have a conversation with them. And this is the magic, or a small magic, but this is something that I really like. Now, I have 4 options in the way how I want to disposition the call. Was it a no answer? Was it a voicemail, a completed, or a busy call? The reason this shows up is so that your people, number one, they do not have to manually tag or select these contacts whether the call was completed or not. That's one thing. And the second is for a managerial point of view. So whenever Mustafa selects a completed call, the system can check whether after completing the call, did Mustafa fill out all the fields within the contact page. If it was a busy call, it could be re-added to my auto dialer or power dialer after 3 days or 5 days, let's say. If it was a voicemail, an automated voicemail would be sent out from my business to that particular person or that particular business. And if it was a no answer, I can re-add this particular contact to my power dialer for tomorrow. So either way can work. For right now, I'm just going to do completed, done, and this bar starts loading again. When this bar has completed loading, it will move on to the next person and call them. During this time, I can add the information over here. So for over here, I can go and add, try to make a call. And yes, I'm typing faster because I don't want the green bar to be filled out completely. Just gonna wait and watch. Perfect. It just moved on to the next person. And this would be Oren, and he will not like me to make a call for him. So I'm just going to end the call. And no answer. And so on and so forth. Done. If I don't want to wait for the bar to be completed, I can click over here on the pause icon. Once I've clicked on the pause icon, now I have all the time in the world for me to add or delete any part of these contact fields, which may or may not be important to me. I can even send them an SMS, a WhatsApp, an email, and other ways of messaging them. If I have their Facebook connected with us and we have a conversation going on over there, or Instagram, I can DM them if that is the case, although unprofessional. But again, it is a way of having a conversation. And if I want to move to the next person to call, I can just click over here on next lead and it will take me to the next person to call. When you're working with your employees, the reason why today, I wanted to show you like this 101 of what an employee does or needs to do based on what the managers have assigned them to do is because the next time, if any employees, I hope it does not happen, but if any employee says to you that it's difficult to use the system, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to do it, I've been doing it, but it's slow, but it's crashing out, this is happening, that is happening. If they give any reason, justified or unjustified reasons, for them not being able to do what they're supposed to do, you will have the know how of what needs to be done and how easy it is to do it. And you can actually say to them, if you can't do it, I can just take your place and do it right now. So, you'll have that edge. So you understand the system's capabilities from a managerial point of view, as an administrator point of view, and also as an employee or someone who's working on the system perspective as well. Or you can just show them how to research if someone has good enough amount of time, what they can do in terms of researching within the sub account to learn how can they be better at their jobs regarding to using the system. Yeah, that would be a good way to phrase that. Anyways, the
So,
floor is yours.
yeah, so something that I would want to show, as well as a question that we've been getting a lot in some of our support tickets, is how to send bulk emails to multiple clients. That seems to be a very big one and probably the most common thing that you're probably going to be doing, if not the most common. So in order to do that with ease through OBM tools, you want to go to contacts, and then it will bring you your list of contacts that you have within your sub account. You also have your multiple smart lists as well. We also go into detail about smart list in one of our other videos on our YouTube. But going into your list of contacts, you can click on the checkbox on the left-hand side of each contact. Choose the ones that you want to send an email to, and then click on this icon right here with the tag send to email. And for action name, this is going to be qualified as a bulk action. And what that will do is it will basically make a notice of something that took place. Where, here, let me show you. If you go into bulk actions, you'll see that all these different actions that occurred on a certain time by a specific user, if their status was completed, and where they occurred. So this is where they would be basically get a notice from. So as we can see, on May 29th, there was a tag added to multiple clients called the client tag. And that's basically what you're naming this action for. So go back to this, left-hand side, click on multiple users, send email. Let's just say send bulk email for XYZ. And then we can also choose the email template if we also go into detail about that within our videos as well. But you can basically make your own templates for specific emails, so such as promos or coupons or just services that you're providing. Basically, just anything that's going to be sent out at regular intervals. But you can also make it from scratch here. You can also add the name of who is sending it from, their email, select the subject line, and then create the message where you can also edit it as well, similar to our regular email. And then once you do that, you would want to click on this box right here saying, I confirm all of this import have consented to hear from us. This is very important. And then you would hit send email. I'm going to show you how to create a form for your clients as well. Now, if you don't know what a form is, it's basically like whenever you go to a person's website and they have the list of fields where you fill out your information and you sign up for their newsletter or their services or sign up for an appointment. That's basically what a form is. So I'm going to be showing you how to create one from scratch, or we have multiple templates available as well. So next you want to go to sites, then you would want to go to forms, click on the drop down of builder. You want to add form, Here we have our list of forms that we've already created, but let's just choose create new form. And from templates, you can create one from scratch, but it's not going to look as good unless you have experience using the system before. So choose from templates. Here we have a library of different forms that are available to you that you can use, all for different aesthetics and for different businesses. You can also browse the categories as well. So for this, we would probably want to do, let's say, business coaching and consulting. Here are all the forms relating to that topic. Choose whichever one that looks best to you. Don't want anything too crazy. Let's just choose one that's pretty basic. Then like this generic contact us form. This looks good. It gives you some clear templates if it's not what you're liking. And then hit continue. Next, we're going to be created with the form builder. So before anything, we want to name this form. So for this occasion, let's just call it dummy form XYZ. And then from here, we can add multiple things. Like on the side tab over here, we have different elements that we can add to this form, such as the full name, the first name, last name, date of birth, and so on. So let's say, for example, we want to add their address. We just click on address, hold it, and then drag it over here. And then instantly it adds an address field to your form. Say, for example, you want terms and conditions. You add that. You can click on this to edit it in any way and instantly have your terms and conditions. It is very easy to use, very beginner friendly. It takes almost no training whatsoever. It's just very quick and easy to understand. Now, say for example that you want to change the color or just the overall, just change the color. We would want to go to Style and Options, scroll down, go to Color and Background. And we want to change the color of this form. So let's go with just a bright red, too bright. And just pick from the color X wheel is from here, save, and there we go. Now we can also change the color of the text as well. Just click on this, choose font color. Let's make it black, and there we go. Very quick and easy. This is going to apply for just about any element within your form. That is another thing that has been asked a lot of how can we create our own form? Well, this is how you can do so. Make it very personalized and fit your overall aesthetic according to your business. I believe those were the two most commonly asked questions for our in our support tickets. Does anyone here have any real quick and easy questions that they need help with as far as within their sub account and OPM tools that me and Mustafa could answer for you? Mustafa, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just wanted you to show them if they wanted research over what things can be done. If they have like plenty amount of time on their hands and they want to check what they can do with the forms, what they can do with the funnels, if they want to just test out different things, where should they go and what should they do?
All right, yeah. So if you want to just basically do your own research on how to use the multiple assets available to you within OPM tools, you would just need to go to the top right of your sub account, click on the Need Help option, and it will bring out this help and support desk right here. Now from here, you can start a Zoom call with us or start a chat or raise a support ticket as well, so that you can just ask for help whenever you need it regarding your sub account. Or alternatively, you can scroll down on this wheel and go to the support knowledge base. Now, what the support knowledge base is, it's going to have multiple articles relating to OPM tools and all the assets available. You just gonna search whatever question you have. Say, for example, you want to search for a form question, and it'll have multiple articles relating to that as well, as far as plenty of getting started and introductory articles as well. And overall, this is just here to help you understand OPM tools a bit better. This is for you to basically start it up on your own so that we're not constantly helping you. You can basically do it yourself, but this is all just for you. Now, if you want to schedule a support meeting with us, you can click on submit request. And here you would fill out all the fields accordingly. Basically just describe what your issue is or what you would need help with, and schedule a meeting with us, and we would be more than happy to help you out with whatever you need help with. But I believe that is everything as far as the material available to all of our clients. Did I miss anything, Mr. Well?
Nope, I don't think so. But have you shown by clicking the button that looks like Adidas on the right-hand side, just below your picture?
This?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And this is also pretty much the support knowledge base, the 24/7 live chat service as well. It's just in a smaller chat widget. You would just search whatever questions you have, similar to the support knowledge base. I just recommend the one on the left-hand side because it's on a bigger screen. And you click on this icon, it'll bring up our 24/7 live chat service. And yeah, pretty quick and easy. Did I miss anything else, Mr. Fun?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Do we have any questions in the audience at all?
Well, if you don't have any questions, then I would like to pose a question. When you're working with the system and when you're working like as an administrator, as a manager, what problems or what hurdles, obstacles do you feel or do you see that your employees or the people that are below you working on the system, they face on a daily or a weekly or any sort of a time frame basis? Maybe struggling to add contacts, or maybe unable to understand what the system can do, or maybe it's something to do regarding their task, or maybe being bombarded by emails. Is there something or anything of concern that you think that we should be covering next time? Something like that?
Yes.
For me, sorry, this is Aaron. Some of my employees that I have working here, when we're like reaching out, the only issue that they're bringing to me at all is when they like add a contact, it's automatically sending an email to the number or to the email that we enter into the contact information. Is there a way to stop that from happening?
Absolutely. I mean, that's preset within the automation by the directives of James Winnett. I'm pretty sure you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has been the pioneer in crafting the entirety of the system of labor mats within OPM tools. And with his directions, we created that automation. But if you want to change out that automation or pause that, we can definitely do so. You can even alter it in a way so that whenever a contact has been added, it can wait. The system can wait for a day or two, perhaps, before sending that email out. So we can even do that. So
yeah,
if you want us to pause it right now, we'll do that. Or if you want to come up with a better automation that would serve your purpose in a much custom tailor-made for you, just let us know. Which would you prefer?
I can let me do I'll talk to James just to make sure that's okay, but it'd be cool to maybe pause it for like go out like in a day or two, because it's like doing it automatic. As soon as you enter it and save it, it's just sending it right out.
Absolutely. I mean, that could be frustrating for anyone, but yeah, you can check with James on that one. And as soon as you email us with a confirmation, we'll be pausing that particular automation so that whenever you add a contact, an automatic email will either not go out at all, or it will go out after a day or two, whatever the time frame you select.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Does anyone has other questions that they feel either by working on the system or by when they see their team using the system, what problems they might occur, what problems they might come through, or what's the correct way to say that? Don't wait for me while I'm thinking. You can just ask your questions if you want. And if there aren't any questions, then yeah, we can conclude the meeting. And yes, we will be trying to take a deeper dive into a day in the life of Mustafa, the landscaper, working as an employee. So yeah, I hope this has been beneficial and informational to you all. And I hope to see you all soon, and that would be next week.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr.
You guys have a nice day.
Absolutely.
Thank you, gentlemen.